This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Kinder Maxi-king. I bought this particular product for €1.49 at local Globus, and today I'm finally going to take a look at this. I've never actually tried a Kinder Maxi-king ever in my life before, so today this is going to be the very first time that I'm actually going to be able to enjoy this particular iconic product. Of course, if you want to read the ingredients list on the back here, only in German, 35 grams per piece, 3 pieces in here. Of course, if you want to read the ingredients list right there. Okay, let me translate a little bit what's written up top here. So we've got a speciality with milk cream and a milk caramel filling, 11% in a wafer, 4%, coated by milk chocolate and hazelnut. Hazelnut is the sort of like granulate stuff, granulate matter on the outside. I've got the wafer that I've actually never seen before. I just took a look at this a couple of minutes ago for the first time close up. I always thought it was just like some sort of chocolate with a bit of milk filling and that's it, with that inside cream there. But there actually is a wafer in there as well. Yeah, I've never really seen that before. These things, of course, are located on the cooling shelves in the supermarkets over here. I do not know how popular this is around the world. There are some Kinder products that everybody knows on each continent. This stuff right here, not so sure of that. I do not know if it is, yeah, I don't think it is as well distributed across the world as some of the other Kinder products are, Ferrero products are. Okay, thickness, yeah, very much like a Milchschnitte, well, a bit thicker than a Milchschnitte, I would say. The thickness-wise, like an ice cream sandwich, something like that. Let's open up one of these things. Oh, and don't open up it like I wanted to do right there. Just let us take the tab right here. That's a lot better. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here's the maxi-king. Okay, this looks interesting. So at first I thought it was like both sides covered with the hazelnut. It's not both sides covered. Looks-wise, it is fine though. We've got a very nice even coating on the very top here with that hazelnut granulate, with those hazelnut pieces, those chippings. At the sides, not so well covered, but still fine. Scent-wise, oh yes, scent-wise it is absolutely wonderful. It smells of Ferrero Rocher. Yes, Ferrero Rocher is what this smells of. I love Ferrero Rocher. It's my favorite. One of my favorite things from Ferrero ever. So, what is left to do? It is finally time for me to taste the Kinder Maxi-king. Okay, the first bite is alright. It is not what I expected. There is no crunchiness whatsoever from that wafer. There is a certain crunch, like that mild crunch from these soft hazelnut chippings on the outside. The milk cream filling is fine. It's quite neutral actually. Not bad, but not like exciting in any way. I'm going to take another bite out of this because we can see that I just went past the actual caramel filling right there. Okay, the second bite is a bit more interesting, but I've got to admit that there isn't much caramel flavor in here at all when I bite into this like that. This is a surprise. Let's see if the caramel actually tastes of something. It's a close-up shot of that caramel cream. A bit darker than you would expect when you take a look at the packaging. The packaging, it's like golden. Here it is more brown. Yeah, it doesn't really taste of much. I don't know why. There is a slight bit of caramel flavor to it, but even if I just take that caramel sauce, kind of, it doesn't taste much of caramel. Okay, now with the bigger spoonful, yeah, taste a bit more of caramel, but not even close as what I expected. I expected a lot more flavor in that particular filling, that's for sure. Let's slice through this thing. Okay, when we take a look at the covering here, it all looks very even. Yeah, and if we just, turn that back. Distribution wise, everything looks fine. That filling looks well placed right in the middle there. The coating is, yeah, thickness wise okay. Like something I thought would be that there is some sort of crunch, but the crunch almost exclusively comes from the chocolate itself with those hazelnut pieces. And now I just licked off that particular, well, droplet of caramel juice, and it doesn't taste as much of caramel as I thought it would be. Kind of disgusting to lick this off and describe it and show you the remnant of that, but yeah, it's not as intense as I hoped. I said that often enough by now, I think. I'm gonna finish this off now. Alright, the consumption process is complete and we're ready to rate this with the review sheet. First impression wise, I've got to say that this has been fine. Looks wise, it was okay, even though there was just like one side properly covered. I mean, it looks actually very similar to what it does on the packaging right here. Something that did surprise me was the scent of it. It smells exactly like Ferrero Rocher and I love that smell, so this was a great surprise for me. Color-wise, nothing to complain about either. Everything looked decent. The chocolate, the hazelnut pieces, the wafer, the fillings, that caramel stuff, and the white milk filling. All in all, very decent color-wise. Consistency and texture-wise, half points in that regard, because when you take a look at the packaging on the outside, you get a feeling of crunchiness in this. But the only crunchiness you get is that mild crunch from these hazelnut granules. That's all there is. The wafer itself is just soft, a bit like an ice cream wafer soft form that just encapsulates an ice cream sandwich. No crunchiness to that at all, and the shell of the chocolate on the outside, yeah, once again, this is in conjunction with that hazelnut stuff, the only sort of mild crunch that you get from this. Otherwise, it has been fine though, therefore 1 out of 2 available points, because that filling on the inside was nice and creamy still. Flavor-wise, 3 out of 5 available points. It didn't taste bad, that's not what I want to say, but something I really do miss is that inner core of caramel. The chocolate on the outside tastes fine, and the hazelnut pieces have got a decent flavor to them as well, as you would expect. The wafer, I don't think I really tasted any wafer. There's so little of that in here that you might have trouble even tasting that if you try. The filling on the inside was kind of neutral, but you know, the one thing that really annoys me is that this caramel sauce on the inside, you really have to consume that all by itself and consume a decent mass of it to actually have some sort of decent caramel flavor. And that is something that I do not really like with a product that advertises itself as something that is containing decent caramel flavor. That's something that I certainly want to complain about in this regard. Therefore, I think 3 out of 5 available points is an appropriate rating for the taste department. Like I said, not bad, but it just does not live up to the expectation. Theme realization wise, therefore only half a point out of 1 available one. Just like I said previously, that milk caramel filling, I think there needs to be a bit more caramel flavor in there. This looks beautiful, this entire thing, and even when you cut through it, it comes remarkably close to what it's like on the packaging, despite like from the sides of it and stuff, but that's to be expected. The color of the caramel filling is great. It's just that flavor that really under-delivers in my opinion. Overall, this has got, in terms of filling wise, a much more neutral flavor than anyone would expect if they were to see the Kinder Maxi-king in its beauty right there. The only thing you really taste of this is like a neutral milk flavor, milk filling flavor, and those hazelnut pieces on the outside. None of which is bad, it is just not what you would expect from this. Therefore, in the final rating, the Kinder Maxi-king gets 6.5 out of 10 available points. And this is, I think, where I'm going to end this particular video. Yeah, not as great as I thought it would be. I don't really think that I'm going to buy too many of these in the future. A very decently executed product when it comes to the looks of it. Even when you take it out of the packaging, it's just that flavor that unfortunately under-delivers. Yeah, like I said, this is a bit of a disappointment with this, as you would expect a decent, very decent caramel flavor from that rich golden filling that we see here depicted on the image. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.